everybody. It's not the most wonderful time of the year, but it's pretty close because starting tomorrow is Sephora's annual spring VIB Rouge sale. I don't know what to call it. The big sale. It's not that big. That's kind of part of the problem. But there is a sale going on starting tomorrow. All the details will be in the description box below. But it's basically where whether you're VIB Rouge, you get 15% off. If you're VIB, you get 10% off store-wide. It's not as earth-shattering as the fall 20% off sale, but it's something because let's face it, makeup rarely goes on sale, so we should take advantage of it when we can. So I am here to walk you through what I recommend you do, and then I also have printed out what is sitting in my basket at the moment, which may be subject to change. And of course, the sun has just come out and I look like a glowing beacon of whiteness. We're gonna pretend like that's not happening. Okay, so there are two things I recommend doing during a sale like this. One, you can either stock up on stuff you're gonna buy anyway, so you might as well take the savings where you can find it. Or two, if you just needed that extra little nudge, that little push to get you that luxury item or that larger ticket item that you were looking at, you know, if you were thinking you were gonna buy it anyway, you're saving anywhere from 10 to 15% off. That being said, as someone who has a budget series sitting on my channel, if you have not budgeted for this, if you do not need this right now, if this is something that you're like, nah, I don't know, it's not that much of a savings that you can go, that I think it would be justified to go hog wild crazy. I just don't. Depending on where you live, 10% is just sales tax. You're saving tax. It's like a tax-free weekend. 15% is a little bit better, but it's still not like, you know, 40%, 50%. If they ever did a 40 to 50% off sale, I would buy everything they sell. No, I wouldn't, but you know what I mean. So the first thing I'm going to talk about, since it's sitting in my lap, are the bigger ticket items, the things that maybe, you know, why not? So two things I cannot recommend highly enough. Straightening iron, flat iron, whatever you want to call it. This is the GHD Classic 1-inch. I have had this one forever. It is my trusty friend. It travels with me. It has traveled with me all over the world, in fact, and that's one of the things I like about it, is that it has the dual voltage, so it won't explode when I take this to the UK. So that's nice, and it's, you know, not crazy expensive like what I'm about to show you, but it's expensive. So saving 10 to 15% is definitely worth it. The other big ticket item I would recommend, again, I use this not every day, but I used it yesterday. Well, a lot. I use it every week. It's from T3 and it's their body waver. It looks like that. It's a goofy looking thing. I've done demos with this. I use it on Instagram Live all the time. It's, you know, it's well over $100. I think it's under 200. But again, that 10 to 15%, like I said, if it was sitting in your basket and you were gonna buy it anyway, now would be a good time. If this was not on your radar, saving $10 to $15, I don't think is worth it, but I had to put it out there. Okay, other things that I recommend buying. Stocking up. So I just snapped my Anastasia Brow Wiz in half. Not sure how I pulled that off. I've done it before. It is fragile, but even though there are drugstore dupes, for some reason, I always go back to it. So I will be getting another one of those, and it's actually not in my cart. So I'll be adding one of those. I'm going to buy it anyway. I might as well get it at a discount. Foundations. This is a good time to grab foundation that you already know you like. The nice thing about Sephora is their return policy is amazing. So if there's an online foundation that, you know, like one of those foundations that's only available online, or maybe where you live, the Sephora doesn't carry it, so you can't color match yourself. I'm holding my wrist because this is where I color match myself. This is as close to my real skin tone on my face. That's a whole nother video. Anyway, you might as well grab it now, get the discount. If it doesn't work out, just bring it in store or send it back in the box. They're awesome about that. But like in the summer, I go through It's CC Plus cream like it's water because it just does so well for me in the hot and humid weather, and it's got that SPF 50. So shoot, do I need more of that too? That might be going into my basket too. Okay, this is getting expensive for me. So this is a good thing to try. Other foundations that I recommend, you know, the Too Faced Born This Way, you know I love. the Shiseido foundation, the Synchro Skin Glow, you know that I've been loving. So if there's a foundation in particular that you've been eyeing, now's the time to snatch it up. You know what? We're just gonna pretend that the man with the big leaf blower strapped to his back is not standing right behind me. Okay, I don't know where I was, so we're just gonna carry on. Things you should stock up on. Like I said, foundations, great. Return policies, excellent. I have no idea where I went after that. Mascara, you know you're gonna use mascara. You know it gets used up or thrown out every 3 or so months. I will not call the makeup police if you keep your mascara longer than 3 months, but you know the drill. So 3 I recommend, Lancome Grandiose and the Clinique Chubby Lash, and I'm not sure if this is carried at Sephora as well. I know it's at Ulta. It Cosmetics is at Sephora, but not the full line, so it gets confusing. But if it's available, the It Cosmetics Superhero, if you can get it 10 to 15% off, get it. It's that, I'm wearing it. It's awesome. Okay, other things to grab that you know you're gonna wear. Concealer. You know you use concealer, and now is a good time as we're starting to self-tan. That's gonna come up next. Maybe you need to grab your summer shade or what have you. A concealer I wanna mention now, I was gonna wait until April favorites, but I just wanna quickly mention is Amazing Cosmetics concealer. It's amazing, so grab it if you can get it. It's a little goes a very long way. I personally am grabbing the Shiseido concealer in the tube that you wind up. I don't know what this is about. I'm gonna give that a try to see if it's a dupe for the Clé de Peau one, but it happens to be at Sephora, and why not grab it at a discount since I was gonna buy it anyway. Skincare. If there are skincare products that you use or want to use, again, now's the time to grab it. I actually still have my Sunday Riley Good Jeans, and I am almost out of my Colleen Rothschild's Mandelic Acid, so I've been alternating nights just to like stretch it out a little bit, and so I'm using the Sunday Riley Good Jeans again. Stuff's amazing, and it is really expensive, so if you prefer this over the Colleen Rothschild Mandelic Acid serum, 10 to 15% off is definitely a good reason to get it. If you haven't tried the Milk Eye Cream Pigments, just get one. If you don't like it, return it, but I'm telling you, I'd be really surprised if you don't like it. A little bit goes a very long way. I'm wearing a shade today. You can layer them in mixed colors too, which is kind of fun. They're really neat, and they're great for summer because once they're on, they're on. You don't need any special eye makeup remover, but you do need to use a makeup remover to get them off. They're pretty amazing. Another great thing to get during the sale, and this goes hand in hand with another holiday coming up in a few weeks, Mother's Day, is fragrance. So a lot of people, as the seasons change, like to change up their fragrance. I kind of do. I have a lighter version of a deep musky scent. So the Elizabeth and James Nirvana Bourbon scent I just got for my birthday. If you like a deep, smoky, warm, sexy amber scent, this is an amber scent that's a little lighter. So I feel like more appropriate for spring and summer if you're an amber person. Obviously, there's a new version of the Estee Lauder Bronze Goddess out there for you. This is a great summer scent. If you know of your mom's favorite scent and you want to give it to her for Mother's Day, why not save a few bucks? I'm sure your mother would approve of that. I mentioned self-tanning. Obviously, self-tan time is upon us. I clearly have not embraced that yet, but the ones I recommend from Sephora, actually that I just personally recommend, are the Clarins self-tanner, the drop ones for your face. The Saint-Tropez tans, pretty much all of them, but I'm a big fan of the mousse one, the extra dark. I don't know what this is. What am I doing? But the mousse one, the extra dark formula is my personal favorite, and the Tarte Brazilians tanner. I know they came out with like a new version, but just the scent alone, it's kind of idiot proof. And I am definitely on the spectrum of idiot to expert on applying self-tanner. I definitely fall on closer to the idiot side of the scale. So I really do like it, and it smells really, really good. A couple of hair care products, actually just the one. Other than the T3 and the GHD styling tools, I love this Moroccan oil. I love it, love it, love it. The Moroccan oil treatment, there's a light version as well. I haven't tried any of the other hair stuff really, but I'm going to talk about what's in my cart in a minute. And then, of course, there's palettes, eyeshadow palettes. All kinds of palettes are out there. If you've had your eye on one, my favorite collection of palettes should not come as a surprise. Ta-da! Can we say Too Faced chocolate with a little hint of peach on the side? Not loving some of their other options, but if you've never tried any of the Too Faced palettes from the chocolate bar collection, or like I said, this peach one, pick one. I mean, you don't need all 4 of them at once. Favorites, the ones I reach for the most, is probably a better way to describe it, would be the Too Faced chocolate bar, the original, and the chocolate bonbons, I'd say, are my 2 most used palettes, me personally. That is a personal preference. Another personal favorite, I think, was Best of Beauty for 2016, so I have to recommend this again. Makeup Forever, any Makeup Forever product really. Sephora is the, I believe, exclusive retailer outside of the actual Makeup Forever store. So if there's anything from Makeup Forever you have your eye on, they're on sale. And particularly their Pro Fusion highlighter, they're really nice. They're quite nice. So if that's something you're looking for, I know there are a million highlighters out there. Probably don't need another one. But if you do, there they are. The last thing that I wanted to tell you, which I did forget, it's kind of humongous. If you're a Jo Malone fan, Sephora now carries Jo Malone online for sure. I don't know about in store, but it is online. So that stuff never goes on sale. So 10 to 15% off if you're eyeing Jo Malone for yourself as a gift for mom, or graduation is also a lot of graduations, May and June. If you're looking for graduation presents, I think if you know a young lady who's graduating from high school, going off to college, you can't burn a candle in a dorm room, that's frowned on, but the diffuser sticks, you can leave that out, or you can have the candle just open because just the scent of it, just an open Jo Malone candle will scent a room. Those make really lovely gifts for a dorm room. You can get a manly scent and send it off with a boy, but I know what my son would do with a candle, and I can tell you one thing, it would never see the light of day. So I'm thinking it's good for the young ladies in your life. Now, let me tell you what's in my basket, in addition to the Anastasia Brow Wiz that's not on here. So I put in there the Sephora Collection Mixology eyeshadow palette. I'll put a little picture of it over here. It just looks kind of cool, and I want to explore a little more Sephora brand products. I've heard really good things, and they all have the color tones that I am drawn to, and I just kind of not been wowed by any new palettes lately, so I feel like I want more in my life. Speaking of which, I had 2 in my cart from Viseart, and I knocked it down to this one. It's the Viseart Theory palette, and while there are only there was another one that was $30 with more colors, but it looked like I wouldn't actually use all the colors. So this one is $45 full price, and it looks like something I would use all the time. So I'm kind of excited to throw that in there. I also have the Giorgio Armani Beauty Lip Magnet Liquid Lipstick in the shade 506 Fusion, which is described as a medium pink mauve. I had this in my cart for the VIB sale in November. It sold out, and I never got my hands on it. Hopefully I will get it again this year. I've been meaning to buy more of these, and finally I was like, oh yeah, hello. The Clinique Pop Lacquer Lip Color and Primer. I have one, I think, in Cake Pop or Sugar Pop. The one I picked out this time is Wink Pop, which is a light pink violet. Probably similar. It looks somewhat similar to this. This is Fab Pop, just the regular lipstick, but a little more nudie, not quite so cool toned. So we'll see. And then because I have misplaced it, I don't know what I did with it, I highly recommend getting this. It's the Sephora Collection Beauty on the Fly bag. It's just that TSA approved quart size zip top bag, heavy duty plastic for your liquids. It's like $4.95 full price, so I'm getting it anyway. Might as well get it at a little bit of a discount. And then, okay, this is kind of a weird thing. If anyone has tried this, please let me know. It's a hair tie, and it looks like an old-fashioned phone cord, like the kind that are coiled, and it's the Invisibobble Original, the Traceless Hair Ring. And it's not expensive, it's $8. And it's basically, it's recommended because it will give you volume. Like if you put your hair in a ponytail, it'll make it like a really big ponytail, or if you use it for a bun, and it's supposed to not tug at your hair. I don't know. There's this girl I follow on Instagram who does amazing hair tutorials. I can't remember her name off the top of my head. She's from Canada. She has Westies. and her hair is like amazing. Anyway, she uses those things. She could probably use anything and make her hair look amazing, but I kind of want to try one. I'll put her Instagram thing in the description below. And then I have the Shiseido Perfecting Stick Concealer that I mentioned before. That's in there. I put it in the shade Light, even though I am going into summer, and I probably will self-tan. If I like it, I will go and get the next shade as well. There was something else I needed to put in there. All right, I know there was something else, at least 2 other things that I was gonna put in there, and now it's just, but hopefully before the sale starts, I will remember. Also, I would love some suggestions for me. I've given you mine. Now you give me yours. So please leave your comment in the comments. I remember what it is. It's that makeup color switch thing. I know you could use like cut up a spongy thing and put it in a container, but I travel enough that I just want to have the thing that's ready to go. So I want that color switch thing where if you're using eyeshadow and your brush is dirty and you don't have a lot of brush options like you're traveling, you just brush your brush on it and it's magically clean and you can then go use another color. Gotta put that in the cart. Anyway, those are my suggestions for you. That's what's in my cart, plus a couple other things I forgot to add, and maybe I'll add a few things based on your recommendations. Let me know what you're buying. Can't wait to see. I will do a haul when I get everything. And until then, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.